Yes, it's the postman. And he brings goodies. Welcome, fellow KISS fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a KISS fan. And today, the fun we are celebrating came to us via the post office and KLICK TEE SHOP, who is celebrating this month, celebrating the non-makeup era. I'm super stoked for this one. Let's check it out. May 1992, 3 weeks prior to my high school graduation, I picked up this disc. This very disc has been with me since 1992. Broken. I'm sure this disc is pretty scratched up. Yes, it is. But what a joy it was to actually have a heavy metal KISS record. This is the album we had been waiting for a very long time. Granted, I was only 4 years into being a fan, but even I knew enough to know that the band needed to make this record. And they did. And how fun of a summer was 1992. I always loved this. It's just a little collecting nugget of joy. But around the time of Revenge, we were collecting the back catalog on CD. And Killers had the Revenge logo on the CD with the steel and the bullet holes. I always loved that, and I've always kind of, in my heart, these two albums are inseparable. Fast forward a bit to November 1992, the Revenge tour came to our hometown, St. Joseph, Missouri, and my life was changed. I literally remember sitting in my college theater class the next day knowing my life was different. I didn't know what I was going to do back then. I thought I was going to be a rock star, but I knew that night before at that show, my life had changed, and it pretty much did. Without this show, I don't think I'd be a 47-year-old nerd still talking about KISS. So kudos to KISS for changing my life on that night. And I remember we didn't know what the stage was going to look like. This was, pre-internet days, the glory of life. Pre-internet, we didn't know what the stage was going to look like. So looking at this tour book in Civic Arena before the show started and seeing glimpses like that, and then coming to this centerfold and seeing this, the anticipation for this show to begin was on fire. I love this speaker toppled over right there. And that Statue of Liberty backdrop is absolutely amazing. I will go ahead and admit that I think the Revenge and the Hot in the Shade stages are two of the best stages KISS has ever had. If I was going to rank KISS stages, number one, of course, would be the Alive 2 77-78 stage. 2 would be Hot in the Shade, and 3 would be Revenge. And that is why we are here today, because KLICK TEE SHOP, KLICK with a K, has created the most beautiful Revenge shirt I've ever seen in my entire life. And here it is, absolutely amazing. The Revenge Statue of Liberty backdrop. Look at the detail in the eyes. So absolutely amazing. And again, with KLICK TEE SHOP, there's a fine line that only fans get, and only KISS fans know this is a KISS shirt, and that is the most beautiful experience for a fan ever, because it's like a secret club. It's just ours, and I absolutely love this shirt. In my opinion, I'm going to even kind of throw in, this is a little subtle tip of the hat to Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. I know it's not, but I'm going to call it that in my heart because I love that record also. But man, this shirt rocks. Rarely does the band even give a tip of the hat to the non-makeup era. Never does anyone produce non-makeup era shirts. And to get this, especially for Revenge, album, and tour, that's just absolutely amazing. KLICK TEE SHOP once again has knocked it out of the park. I am so looking forward to this being my summer go-to shirt. Head over to KLICK TEE SHOP. Tons of great merch there. Pick this up. If you grew up in this era, loving this era, you've got to pick this up. Since today's vlog is short, I thought we'd throw in a little daily demon with Dan, sharing text messages that Dan sends me about Kiss. Then I share them with you and we discuss. Let's go to the phones. And today's text message is, I never play Shout It Out Loud on disc or anything, but when it does come on the radio, which is rare, it's just very life affirming. Automatically puts you in a better mood. I will have to agree with Dan on this wholeheartedly. Shout It Out Loud, I rarely play Shout It Out Loud on vinyl, disc, or cassette. Reason being, I'm not a big Destroyer fan. I rarely ever listen to Destroyer. But I will say, Shout It Out Loud comes on in Phantom of the Park. I absolutely love it. I also love it on Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. I play Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits monthly, if not weekly. So, I will say I'm a fan of that song on Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. Shout It Out Loud on Alive 2. I absolutely love it. So I agree with Dan. It is a song that immediately puts me in a good mood, and I often love to listen to the song. I just never listen to it on the album it came from. I will also say there is a line in Shout It Out Loud that really warms my heart, and it is when Paul Stanley says, "You've got to treat yourself like number one. Do you need to be reminded?" As a teenager, I never really paid attention to that song, but as an adult, kind of looking back on life and trying to adopt a never stop dreaming attitude, that is a very good life affirming line from Paul Stanley. Almost a lick it up era line from Paul Stanley. Anytime we can get dreams don't die lines from Paul Stanley, I'm all game for that. And that is one additional reason I love Shout It Out Loud. Almost kind of makes me wish I would have bought the Shout It Out Loud orange vinyl, but I did not. Thank you for hanging with us tonight and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia. 1992, my senior year of high school. Pee Wee, if you'd like to be a pen pal with us, details below. We'll send you some Large Marge. She's ignoring us. With a look like that, your mother would avoid you. Maybe they're taking a swim. Rock and rollers don't bathe. P.S. It's summertime. It's Phantom of the Park time. Thank you for hanging with us. Take care. Be safe. We will talk to you soon. Now, my friend AJ Zetro has said we need to, well, there's a Bob Ross for you, but we need to call Pee Wee's that. We need to call it the Ted Knight.
But this whole place sucks. That's right, it sucks. Bushwood?